Hey everybody, it's Christy at the Patrick Lucero Library. Thank you so much for tuning in this afternoon to Semi-Crafty Librarian. So as you know, if you've watched before, I make crafts with mostly things that you can find around your house. So there's no need to go out and buy a bunch of stuff. You can make most of the things just at the spur of the moment if you decide that you want to be crafty and um, have a little fun some afternoon, some morning, whenever. Okay, so today, what am I making? I am making these cool little hang up outdoor lights. All right, so I'm going to show you how to make these. So, of course, what you need are cans, empty cans of various sizes. I've got a big one and a little one, but I think it might be pretty great if you did an assortment of all different sizes. You need a flameless candle, or you can use a regular votive candle if you prefer. Just watch out and make sure you're not going to burn your house down or your back porch down. These are kind of made for outdoors, so in your garden area or on your patio, hanging down from your front porch, wherever you think they might look great. Just a pencil, and then you're going to need a hammer, a pair of scissors, and something to poke holes. So I happen to use a Phillips and a flathead screwdriver, and I'll show you what I did. All right, and a piece of paper. So before you even start, you've got to fill up your can with water and freeze it, because this is the way that it's going to be easiest to puncture the holes into your can. So the ice kind of keeps it firm. If you try to hammer into your tin can without the ice in there, your can's going to bend and there's not going to be any resistance there to keep it straight. You're going to notice when it freezes, obviously the water expands and the aluminum will expand on the bottom too. That's okay because you're going to be hanging these up instead of lying them flat like that. And I noticed that if you put it with the peel into the freezer, the peel actually comes off really easy once it's frozen. So once your water is frozen, what you can do just a random pattern, which I kind of did here. So my holes are just kind of random on the tin can without really any sort of pattern. Or you can get really creative and you can make a pattern. So all you're going to do is trace the top and the bottom of your can. And kind of what I do, I mean, obviously you can measure if you want, but I just use a string like this, kind of get the rough measurement and just draw on my piece of paper. Doesn't have to be exact, but an approximate measure. And then you're going to cut it out. And double check. Sometimes I do this and for whatever reason I mess it up, but so it did end up being a little bit bigger, but I'm going to cut down right here just so we know that it fits exactly. Okay, so then once you do that, if you want a specific pattern, you're just going to draw the pattern on your paper. So let's just do a wave. I like sort of wavy patterns. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll come up this way and do that. Okay, then you will tape it on your can and you kind of have a guide for where you're going to pound your holes in. And this is definitely not one of those things that has to be an exact measurement if you don't want to, but I know some people out there are very detail oriented and they're going to want their pattern perfect. So just take the time and effort that you think is necessary. So then I am going to use the flathead. That's what I used on this can here, and it actually worked a little bit better. But I'll tell you honestly, the holes that I made with this flathead screwdriver probably need to be a little bit bigger. So you're going to want fairly large diameter of holes so that the light, when you put your flameless candle in there or your votive, actually shows up through your can. So this is the time consuming part. You're going to take your hammer and on your pattern or randomly, you're going to hammer your screwdriver and pull it out into your can. Okay, and it's going to leave a nice little hole there. All right, so you just continue down your pattern, spreading the holes as close or as far apart as you want. And you can see, because of the ice, that the can is not denting or bending. Okay, so I'm going to go back in here, do this one a little bit bigger, like that. And you're just going to follow your pattern all the way around, and then you'll take your pattern off. Sometimes when you're pounding your holes in the can, it will actually break the ice, and then it's easy to just dump the ice out. But once you get your holes in your pattern done, your ice will melt. And you're going to want to do 2 little holes on the top to hang your wire or your string. So once you're done your holes and you put in your wire, this is just real thin wire, so it's kind of less easy to smooth out, but it works pretty good. And if I can get Miss Jessica to turn off the light, maybe we can see our, actually, I got it, Jessica.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Right back, everybody. Okay, so then you can see at night when you hang these up in your garden area or from your front porch, you get a nice little soft glow illuminating through the holes. And if you can tell, hopefully, what I mean when I say the bigger the hole, obviously the more light, or the more holes you make, the more light's going to illuminate from the inside of your can. So I think it's kind of cozy, kind of cool. Hang them from your trees. I think that would be really pretty to hang a few from your branches of your trees when you're outside hanging out in an evening, on a summer evening. So anyways, I'm going to get the lights back on. And that's that for today. So thanks again for tuning in, and I hope you guys come back next week. And we're going to do another semi-crafty craft. So until then, I will see you next week, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.